Back again like we never left. Episode 21 of the RNS podcast. If you know, you know. The Really Nothing Special podcast. We are really nobody special. DJ, what's going on?
Man, what's going on, little bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain. Rick.
Oh, hey. Shout out LaDainian Thomason.
There you go. I was about to say you ain't give you a number there. I was waiting.
Shout
for
out
that.
LaDainian Thomason.
You ain't say nothing for a second. I thought you forgot for a second. Rick, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. I think once we hit the hundreds, DJ gonna be shouting out inmates in Pelican Bay.
I got one. Man, you don't even know. I got one in my bag ready. I'm so ready for it. We got make it.
That's hilarious. I'll try to figure out who it is then. Mel, how you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling great, man.
You look like it.
Hey, Jamel looked like everything the past 3 weeks. We gotta leave Jamel alone.
I'm just saying, he looks like he's feeling great right now. That's all.
I'm the only one that ain't fucking with
him. Man, so got a bunch, mainly playoffs, NBA playoffs, for y'all. Fun weekend of playoffs. Before we get to that, DJ, hit us with a black fact.
All right, so today was the day when Muhammad Ali knocked out Sonny Liston. And that's the iconic photo that you see when he told him, get up, sucker. Yeah, I just think it's so funny, like to call somebody like today. If we were to call somebody a sucker, be like, "What the fuck you talking about?" But like, you call somebody a sucker back then, it was like calling him a bitch.
Bro,
like that's like,
bro. I'm telling you, the '60s and the '70s had the best. Had the best.
Not even
like trash talking lingo. Like seriously calling somebody a sucker like back then. That's probably like the worst that you could have called them.
Yeah.
Like imagine being called a jive turkey. Like
I thought jive turkey was worse than sucker.
Right. But imagine being called a jive turkey.
Because you're gonna be called a sucker ass jive turkey, and I feel like that's real disrespectful.
Just to add a little fact to that, I'm not sure if everybody knows. I feel like a lot of people do, but people thought that fight was fixed. They thought that was like a phantom punch by Ali.
I was gonna bring that up. So, apparently, like the story is like Sonny Liston had mob ties.
Yeah,
and they pretty much like, I guess because of debts or whatever, like they thought he fixed the game to get off the debts.
Books. Yeah, and he died in a very mysterious way. So, just a little added caveat to that iconic poster from Ali.
Man, I thought I was about to drop the bomb there, but Rick dropped the Woj bomb before me.
My bad, bro.
Nah, you good. Nah, it's all good. But yeah, I actually didn't know about that until today. I was just like, I actually just learned about that. So I mean, not that it's true, who knows? Like, none of us were born in 1965. I don't know if we were even thoughts at 1965, but like, it's crazy. And the more you look into it, it is believable.
Yeah. Like I saw like videos showing how it was believable that Ali hit him with that punch. Just it was just, flush on the chin or whatever. And then I've also seen where people say that, he didn't touch him at all. So it's one of those mysteries that will never be solved.
Right. Because
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know, right? Because if you like the picture, it looks like Ali's angry, like telling him to get up, sucker. But like, apparently, like, he's like, along with that story, he's pissed because he fell down because he knew that it was potentially fixed. So he's kind of like angry, like trying to get him to get up.
Yeah.
Apparently is the story that I learned today, which is crazy. Had no idea.
I think that was the second fight, right? That wasn't the first fight.
Mhm.
That
I think it was the
their-
second one.
Yeah, that was their second
Or the
fight.
rematch. That was the
Yeah,
rematch.
in the first fight, it took, he threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and he couldn't knock him out. And then just first round, just bow. I
Right.
believe it was the first round. So
It was early. If it wasn't the second round, it was definitely early.
yeah.
Man, that's wild. Speaking of wild, won the entire fuck. So, uh, so Viola Fletcher, who is the 107-year-old woman, she's the oldest survivor in the Tulsa race massacre, which was it's been almost 100 years since then. Like I said, she's the older survivor. Gonna go ahead and assume there's not too many more survivors since then, maybe a handful. Recently on May 22nd, she testified before a House committee considering reparations to the survivors, or for the survivors and their descendants. So our question is, why are they doing this now after almost 100 years?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say, because it's cool to stick up for Black people right now, and in their efforts to make amends by taking down statues and renaming street signs. They've now come to consider um, making amends to one of the worst race massacres that happened in the United States of America. Uh, it's unfortunate that it happened. I mean, Black Wall Street. You guys can look it up yourselves, but I mean, it was a thriving community in Oklahoma. It got that nickname due to all the Black businesses that were doing well, and because of a misunderstanding, a young Black gentleman was accused of rape or some type of sexual harassment allegation, and people brought it upon themselves to terrorize an entire community. So I think it's ridiculous that it's taken this long for them to consider giving them reparations.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason they considered it is because there's only 3 of them. I mean, I don't know if that's an exact number, but like, there's not many if she's 107. So I think that helps. But it's just crazy to see that it took that long.
Yeah, I agree. Rick probably said it best. So I'm not gonna say too much, but like I agree with both of you guys. I feel like it is sort of a trend to stand up for Black people right now, and that could be a lot of it. And like you said, there can't be too many,
Bro,
so like it's
three.
easy. Yeah,
There's actually 3.
they're actually okay. So DJ guessed and was right. So like there can't be too many people. So like I hate to say it, but like it could be like a here damn sort of thing. Like, you happy now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to those 3 people. And as unfortunate as it is, like that could really be it. Just but to be honest, if they haven't gotten reparations for anything, if we haven't gotten reparations for anything now, or I doubt they'll get their reparations for that massacre. But yeah, like it's unfortunate, and I don't see it happening, but I think, to your guys' points, I think those are the reasons why that this is happening now.
I'll go on the other side of the spectrum. All y'all's was very valid points, but I will say that it is a good point that they're bringing light to it, because if we think about it, it's been swept under history for so long, and for it to actually start to get national media, from TV shows talking about it, from the media, to bringing more light to so many lives lost in that massacre, that their names is finally being spoken, not as an individual, but as a whole. So that's one bright side you can look to it, that these voices are not being lost through history anymore.
And like
That is a
this
fair point.
Oh no, go ahead.
You got it.
I was just gonna say that this sounds like a joke, but these three survivors probably literally stayed alive this long so they could see this day. Like their ages are 107, 106, and 100 years old. Like of the three survivors.
Yeah, and who knows? You might be right. And to your point, like not to make that a joke, but like they very well could. And Jamel, you got a point too with what you were saying. Like it is good that they are bringing this to light. Just for instance, more people are talking about this, and this has been a thing. Like I know this is something I was never taught in a like history classes and things like that. So it is good that like now more people are talking about it. We know Russell Westbrook, he executive produced the documentary on the Tulsa massacre. So there's a lot of things now, and I think a lot more people are going to be open to it. Hopefully this does bring some more light to it. And in all seriousness, like whether Viola gets reparations for the three other survivors, like shout out her for at least going, testifying, doing her part at her age to still fight and try to get these reparations. So
not to cut you off, Aaron, but we know her name now. That's the only part that I'm just saying, like, even though it's only three, but we know those three names. We can actually look up, because think about a couple years ago, we didn't know their name. We didn't even know they existed. We didn't even know that we're still alive. So now we know that there's people still alive, breathing, walking, that can still tell that story.
Definitely. Well said, man.
Yeah.
On the lighter note, let's get to the playoffs, man. So playoffs started over the weekend. A few blowouts in the second game from last night, but over the weekend, the most exciting games are going from the Eastern Conference. The most exciting game that we got in the Eastern Conference was Hawks-Knicks Sunday night. Hawks won at the buzzer, or basically at the buzzer with less than a second left. Trae Young, great game, 32 points, 10 assists, 7 boards, and a lot of phantom foul calls at the end, but that's neither here nor there. But as far as the Hawks and how well they played, I'm gonna give them their credit. Can they sustain this throughout the series and through the playoffs? Is the first question.
No. Yeah, just because I just don't like throughout the playoffs. No, because the competition will just get too much for them. I have a question for you, Aaron. When will like Knicks fans learn just stop talking shit to people like on the court?
What do you mean?
Talk shit to Jordan, fucked him up. Talk shit to Reggie, fucked him up. Talk shit to Trae. Little old Trae fucked him up. Like at some point.
Talk shit to Reggie, won the series. Talk shit to Trae, game 1. You talk shit to Jordan, it's Jordan. Jordan's gonna beat anybody. So part of NBA is talking shit. Like you can't not talk shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but the fans can shut the hell up. They do reserve the right. They just lack the ability.
That's fair. That's fair. But like, I don't know. Like, what are fans for if they're not talking shit? Like, what do you want them to do? Be quiet? You want the most famous? You want the fans in the most famous arena in sports to be quiet?
Oh, you can cheer
in the playoffs.
You can cheer for your team. I wouldn't want to. You let sleeping dogs lie where they lay, and we gonna see about that later on to this evening too. About letting sleeping dogs just lie where they lay.
But the way we talking right now, we acting like Trae's been in the playoffs like 5 to 6 times, like we knew he was gonna.
No, that was his first playoff appearance.
Yeah, so let's simmer down just a tad.
We also talking like the Hawks won the series. Like they won. The Knicks didn't play well and lost at the buzzer.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I have Knicks in 6 personally, but
how y'all talking, it sounds like they already lost the series.
Right.
Oh, you know what, man? I just feel like I saw the birth of another little light skinned babyface assassin.
Nah, chill,
like,
chill.
like,
He ain't
I
there
mean,
yet.
the game.
Let's not
I didn't say he
disrespect
was.
but let's not disrespect the babyface assassin like that, bro. He ain't there yet.
He's not there yet, but he had a hell of a good start.
He had a hell of a good. He had a great start. He had a great start, and I'm not gonna knock that from Trey. Trey is capable of doing this any night.
But I see like five of those kind of games in this particular series, just because of the matchup of the two teams itself. And Aaron, as far as you said, like the blowouts and the second games, in this NBA, you're gonna see blowouts. That's just how it is. I mean, you guys remember the Warriors and the Cavaliers? That whole series was a blowout, except for Game 7. Game 7 was the only good game in the series.
What Cavaliers team are we talking about?
The one that
Talk
beat
about the year they won.
the one that beat the
2018?
Warriors. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
17, either one. The one that beat the Warriors. That whole series was a blowout, except for Game 7. So, I mean, I don't really take too much of the blowouts in today's NBA.
So before we move on from this game, I'm just gonna say this: didn't play that well. Very first half from the Knicks. Julius Randle didn't have a great game. Probably if exactly
that might have been his worst game all season.
The -5.
The bench the bench carried the starters.
Still
All
had
of
a
that
double too.
All of that to say they won with 0.9 seconds left in the game.
Right.
No, I mean,
I expect us to play much better tomorrow and throughout the series. So Knicks fans keep talking shit.
You know what? I think it's just because I was not. I don't think I considered the Atlanta Hawks a real threat, and that's my fault for underestimating them. I think that's why I was surprised.
Well, here's the thing about the Hawks, Rick, is they can put up points, and they play with a pace. And here's the problem with like not to knock your Knicks here, but here's the problem with a team like the Knicks, when it's like a team that plays hard throughout the regular season and they play hard for 73 games this year. If it was 82, they would have played hard for 82 games. In the playoffs, everybody plays hard. Everybody brings that intensity that they bring every game.
Rather than
you. No, and mind you, I'm not throwing shots. It's just that's how inexperienced teams usually happen. And you know, I think that's what game 1 happened. They got punched in the mouth a little bit, like, oh shit, everybody plays this hard now. I thought we're used to play harder than everybody. So I expect them to play better in the upcoming games.
Yo, Aaron, they talking like the Knicks lost by like 30. You know what I'm saying? They talking like you hear they say, but like you said, it was by a game with a shot. I hear what y'all saying, but at the same time, I would be more concerned if it wasn't by a game winner, not a buzzer beater. Like if they beat them by 20 and it was, you know, it wasn't a grind out game, but this is a grind out game. And I'm like, this is what Knicks like. This is what the Knicks want, like, because they are built for this. When have we said the Atlanta Falcons, or not Atlanta Falcons, but the Atlanta Hawks are built to grind out like this? We know the Knicks can, and a couple other teams can, but can they? Can they sustain this? Like, and I highly doubt that. And I think that's when the Knicks are gonna bounce.
The Knicks didn't play their best basketball. That's what it comes down to. I'd be more worried, and DJ makes a valid point. Like the playoffs, it intensifies. Everybody's playing because every possession matters. Every game matters. So you're gonna take it day by day, play by play, and you're gonna play as hard as you can. So DJ's right about that. But we didn't play well. We lost at 0.9 seconds. I'm not worried. Like I've seen us play better. I've seen us play better against the Hawks. We'll be fine. Sure. We'll be fine. But next question in the Eastern Conference, was there any other surprises in the East so far?
I wasn't. Oh, go ahead, Rick.
No, go ahead.
I'm shocked Bucks are up 2-0, but I've seen this out of the Bucks before. They were up 2-0 on the Celtics. Granted, different roster. but still led by Giannis. Up 2-0 against Celtics, got swept from that point on in the Eastern Conference Finals. So I just take it with a grain of salt. I just take anything Giannis with a grain of salt. That's just how I am.
That's true, and I'm usually with you, but I just don't think the he got it this year.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought the Heat overachieved last year.
They definitely did.
Yeah, they overachieved. I thought if there is a team that was like bubble, that was meant for the bubble, it was them.
Well, they did and they didn't, because I mean, I think there were a lot of people's dark horse team. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people saw that
they got the bubble, there was a lot of don't sleep on. We were all don't sleep on the Heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
this might be Giannis's year, man. I mean, Giannis is looking good. I mean, they just God smacked them. What was it, tonight or last night? Like they just beat the absolute dog shit out of them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that can happen. Like I said, today's NBA is different. That can happen.
It can happen, and we'll see what happens when they go back to Miami, because you know they always say it doesn't the playoffs doesn't start, or the series doesn't start until someone loses at home or someone gets a win on the road. So we're gonna find out. But in the Eastern Conference, not too many surprises. I was kind of surprised at the scores for the Sixers Wizard game. I'm kind of interested in that series, and I want to see how that turns out. I think they can still win at home, the Wizards, because they didn't really. I mean, they lost, but it wasn't like it wasn't like they just were god awful against them. They played well, so.
No, not that I thought it was a game changing play, because I don't think they would have won anyways. But Russ got screwed because his foot was hovering the line; it wasn't on the line.
Yeah. Let's move over to the Western Conference then. So, Western Conference had some much better games. Nuggets, Blazers 1-1. Clippers Mavericks game was really good. Grizzlies beat the Jazz without Donovan Mitchell, but Grizzlies up 1-0. Which team or which game in the West has surprised you guys the most so far?
You know what? I want to say the Mavs, but I'm gonna go. Even though that they're the 2 seed, I'm gonna say the Phoenix Suns. I was kind of surprised. I thought the Lakers were just gonna come out and be dominant. I mean, they're up 35, 34 right now, I believe, as we speak.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting them to have a snowball's chance in hell, really, against the Lakers. And I'm looking at Anthony Davis's play that game, man. I mean, I think everyone's giving him a hard time. He's giving himself a hard time because being that elite of a talent, you can't put up that terrible of a performance. I mean, 13 points, 7 rebounds, and minus 18 plus or minus. So he just had a very bad game. And if the Lakers want to make it out of this series, he can't have any more of those games.
No, because DeAndre Ayton's on his ass. DeAndre Ayton's having a good game right now.
I like DeAndre Ayton.
Huh?
I said I like DeAndre Ayton. He's strong, man. Like he doesn't look it, but he is strong.
Yeah, he looks. He's one of those guys that's like too big, too strong. Looks awkward when he shoots. It's like you shouldn't have a soft touch when you're that damn big. But yeah, it's 37-36 right now. I mean, the Suns are right with them. I think the Lakers are probably going to pull this one out, though. I don't see the Lakers going down 2-0. But the Jazz, I mean, not the Jazz series, the Nuggets series, you can kind of see that one dragging out a little bit. Even though they don't have Jamal Murray, the Nuggets can just throw a bunch of people at you.
I would say the game that surprises me, I would say the Grizzlies. Like I like what they're doing as an 8th seed and what they're coming into and facing the Jazz. Like you can tell that they're hungry. Like I would say this is a scary team on how hungry they want because they have nothing to lose. They're like, nobody thinks we should be here. So every game is our last game. So I say they're kind of scary, and I'm kind of surprised how they're playing right now with the amount of experience they have on that squad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them too, Jamel. Like, I bet there was a lot of people once they won that play-in game. They're like, "Oh, well, you won this game just to get swept, whatever." But like, just like you said, they don't back down, and usually teams kind of follow their leader or their guy as far as like the mentality they take. Ja is a person that doesn't back down, but I don't think it's they're following him. I just think they just have a bunch of guys that just don't back down from anybody.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks don't back down. Like they got some tough dudes on that team.
Yeah, and their coach Taylor Jenkins, I feel like we don't know a lot about him, but I feel like he has that mentality too. Like he just comes off as like a gritty, hard hat kind of coach. Whether he looks young, but he seems like that's the mentality that he pushes along with them. Which you add that, and we talked about it with the Knicks. Like you have a team that just plays hard and goes out. Like you have a chance to win every game.
Oh, Aaron, just to add on what you were saying, I feel like when your top dog is gritty and he doesn't care, the rest of the squad can be themselves and say, all right, so if our top dog don't care, why should we?
Right.
I mean,
like they don't.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Just to add on, man. The only reason why I didn't pick that the Memphis as being a surprise is because I just didn't hold the Utah Jazz in that high of a regard. I don't see them as the number one seed, even though they are. Sit on paper. I don't.
Rick,
I don't
pretty much go to what I was saying, because I was pretty much saying like the Memphis Grizzlies, they don't back down from anyone, but at the same time, nobody respects the fucking Jazz.
Yeah, nobody. I mean,
but at the same time,
LeBron said
their wins got them there though. Their wins got them there.
Yeah, LeBron said mid-season, like, look, like at the All-Star break, you guys remember? Look, come on, nobody picked the Jazz for a video fucking game. Like, nobody give a damn about the Jazz. Like, he was pretty much saying, don't give a damn about the Jazz. That's pretty much what he said.
And we'll see what happens when Donovan Mitchell gets back out there.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. And it's gonna be a totally different game when he's playing. And he's supposed to play next game.
It'll be a totally different game than bouncing on the second round.
We'll see.
But at the same time, is he gonna be on a minutes restriction?
It's the playoffs. I doubt it.
He damn sure ain't.
I'm just asking.
I doubt it.
Just asking.
So next question for y'all.
Next round.
Nice. Wait, what'd you say, Rick?
I just said now if they want to see the next round.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of
playoffs.
Speaking of seeing the next round, I got a question for y'all. Which LA team is most likely to get bounced out in the first round?
Clippers.
I agree. Not saying they will, but they're the most likely.
Yeah, right.
They're the most likely.
Well, one, they're playing a better team.
You know what? I can't even say they're playing a better team. They have a difficult time with that.
Yeah, they have their number, and like I don't know who is better, but like they have the Mavericks have the Clippers number.
Yeah, like Luka specifically.
Luka has the Clippers number. Luka has the Clippers number.
Clippers pissed
you know what?
Luka
Kawhi
off,
hasn't
and
been
he can't stand him.
He has been. He was.
No. I
don't think Kawhi has been the defensive player that he once was, because he's been more
of an offensive threat. Like he has to do more.
Yeah, he has to do more on offense. Like he's more offensively driven. So I feel like he's not.
He has to do more.
Yeah, he's not the lockdown defender that he once was.
Right. Well, they supposedly have three. One of them is too little. Playoff P.
That guy's not a lockdown defender.
Patrick
Beverly is.
No. I saw the. Okay, so play.
Keep those. Patrick Beverly.
Just because you run around the court and be up against people doesn't mean you're a lockdown defender.
Just because you foul.
Yeah, you run around
talk shit.
Trash.
just
yeah.
Talk shit.
All that to say, either playoff P or Kawhi Leonard are gonna have to make their mind up.
Why are we
have a Mamba moment because that's his name
No,
forever.
it is not. It's Paul
Pandemic P,
George.
playoff P, whatever. One of
DJ's
them need to
fake
step
brother.
up. Okay, one of them need to step up and decide, hey, we're gonna lock this man down. We're gonna cover him all game. You know what I mean? They have to just knuckle up and make that decision in their mind before the game. Like there's you guys are two of the best wing defenders, elite wing defenders in the league in the past 15 years. You're on the same team. One of y'all need to make up your mind and decide, hey, I'm going to focus on defense, and the other one just needs to lead the offense.
And
I don't
Lucas
know
said
which
that
one
don't
that
matter.
is. They could interchange, but one of them need to make that decision.
Lucas said that don't matter.
Honestly, the one who would have to do it to me is give up the most would be Kawhi, because he doesn't make people better. He doesn't elevate anybody. Like, he makes the team better because he's Kawhi Leonard, but he doesn't elevate. Like, he's not going to make you a B player to a B plus player. You're just going to continue to be a B player. I just think he's just extremely talented. I don't think, like, he's not a playmaker. I feel like Paul George is more of a playmaker than Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, I at this point, I think they both are.
I mean, they're very
pretty
similar
decent
in their games.
Yeah, I think both of them are pretty good playmakers. I don't care which one, but one of them need to decide that they are going to play defense on Luka Doncic. Like, they need to have that Michael Jordan, that Kobe Bryant, that LeBron James moment. I remember when LeBron James covered Derrick Rose. He made up in his mind, okay, Derrick Rose is not going to beat us. I got him. Mm-hmm. And Derrick Rose struggled for the rest of that series. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan had moments like that. And you know what? When Michael Jordan couldn't do it, Scottie Pippen was like, hey, I got Magic. And, you know, Magic didn't have such a great series after that. So just someone needs to make that decision on the team that they're going to focus on defense and make it more difficult for Luka. Because, I mean, he out there calling people little boys and everything else. Like,
yeah, he damn sure little boy Patrick Beverly.
Yeah. Like, y'all just going to let him talk to y'all like that? Did y'all not hear him?
Right.
And they up 35-31 right now.
All that being said, last one on the Western Conference, which young team is most likely to make the biggest splash in this year's playoffs?
Grizzlies. Sticking with the Grizzlies. You already know.
One for the damn Lakers.
You said
I'm
what?
gonna go with the Grizzlies. I'm gonna call it 8-1 upset. Like I said, if they were playing a team other than the Lakers, I probably would. If they were playing somebody other than LeBron, I'd probably say the Suns, but I just don't see them winning this series.
So I'm gonna go with the Mavs. I'm gonna go with the Mavs. I think Luka's gonna get out of the first round this year, and I mean, he has a favorable matchup with either Utah or Memphis, so they could sneak into that Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
So you got them already past the Clippers.
I think they can beat the Clippers. I'm not saying they will, but I definitely think they can.
Fair. No, I definitely think they can too. As far as young teams, I'm gonna go the Grizzlies. I think I may have said it last week, but I think like that may have been my like crazy prediction or whatever. I may have said that they were going to beat the Jazz. So I forget, but that's what I'm going to roll with. That's what I'm going to roll with. So I'm going to go Grizzlies. Definitely some good series in the West though. A bunch of good series in the West. I think there's who knows what's going to happen with some of these. Real quick before we move on to hell not, DJ, what's the update on the score?
The Lakers are up by 9, 49-38 with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left. Cameron Payne going to the line for 2.
Okay. All right. So
here's before. Let me try not to cut you off for too long, but the problem with the Lakers, I think, will be in the playoffs is trying to figure out how to use Andre Drummond, because they're best when LeBron's 4, AD's 5. Or LeBron's 3, AD's 4, Marc Gasol is 5 because Marc Gasol can play outside. But with LeBron going inside all the time and attacking the rim, Andre Drummond's there. He ain't going, his big ass ain't going outside. So I think that at some point, Andre Drummond isn't going to be able to play.
I agree with that. I agreed with that when they signed him.
At some point, he's not going to be able to play.
More less.
And he can't shoot free throws.
Less because of that, which makes sense, and more just because he's Andre Drummond. but I don't think he's gonna be able to play
the level of disrespect. But that one.
Let's get to hell yeah, hell nah. So got a few questions. got three questions this week. So Mel, this one's for you. Undisputed yesterday. I guess it'd be Monday, or was it today?
It was today.
It was today. So Shannon Sharpe got Julio Jones on the phone. Who knows if Julio Jones knew he was on live television, but pretty much said he was out of here about the Atlanta Falcons. And Shannon Sharpe went on about the Cowboys. He said, "Nah, I'm trying to play for a winner." Long story short, he was on a phone call with Shannon Sharpe. Like I said, who knows if he knew it was on live TV, because Shannon Sharpe didn't say that until he was about to hang up. But do you think that Julio's going to get traded?
Yes. Hell yeah. Just off of the fact that the Falcons have made it very clear that they're already shopping him. And they're over the salary cap and they're trying to find a way to, to get under. And Julio already stated it. So I would say the picks is, I would say the 49ers, New England, Green Bay, and Denver. That's my picks for his destination.
Makes sense. Awesome, good targets. I think he's gone too. DJ, will Luka have more triple doubles this playoffs than Jokic?
Yes. Yeah. I see Luka, if they make it to the second round, more than 5 triple doubles. I don't think Jokic will get more than 5 throughout the playoffs.
Okay, so pretty much.
But hell
yeah. So pretty much it'll depend who's in the playoffs longer. But you're thinking Luka.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Rick. So we've all seen it by this. We've all seen it by this point. Kwame Brown going at, well, not really. I can't say he going at. People have been talking about Kwame Brown recently, and he's been fighting back. You know what I'm saying? Like he's defending his name, really. Like defending his name. Haven't heard from him his whole year. Really never, or his whole career. Never heard much about him as far as him talking in the first place. And people, I'm sure he's caught the brunt of, he's caught the brunt of a lot of jokes his whole career and really to this day. And people still talk about it. So he's been kind of going at a whole bunch of people. Rick, should he be going at people and responding to the media in this fashion?
Before I answer this, I just want to say, until just before I turned 30 years old, so 29 years of my life, I think 20 years ago is when he was drafted. I never heard this man talk before. I swear this is the first time I ever heard him talk. Didn't know he had a voice. So hell yeah, this is how he should respond. I love the energy, especially towards people like Stephen A. Smith, who kind of made a career out of calling other players scrubs. And I mean, we even joked about how he would talk about Slava Medvedenko and Rasto and this there. Like we all thought it was hilarious, but I don't think we quite understood, especially because we were like kids when he was doing that stuff. The lasting effects it had on the players, man. And Kwame Brown was on the brunt end on a lot of those jokes, unfortunately. And as a 17, 18-year-old kid, I mean, we all saw how much of an asshole Michael Jordan was in The Last Dance. So we can only imagine the psychological effects that have been put on this man. So I say all that to say, hell yeah, I love the energy. Keep it up, Kwame Brown, man. Do your thing, man. I don't want no smoke.
Yeah, that's why I want to end it.
Yeah.
Shout out him, because
Yeah.
really during all this, like if you just make jokes about people, especially in basketball, Kwame Brown is somehow going to catch a stray more than likely, and he really never he's heard a lot, and we've never heard anything about him. So if he feels it's gotten to the point where I gotta start checking people, and every person he checked, they've all shut the hell up.
And I just want to say it speaks volumes that he got Stephen A. Smith to shut the hell up. This is the first person, because anybody else, he's like, oh yeah, I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. He went up on live and was like, yeah, nah. He deserves to say what he needs to say. He can say whatever it is that he wants to say, and he has said it.
Right. Shout out Kwame, man.
Hey, Gilbert Arenas said, leave that man alone.
Amen. Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes might want all the smoke, but I don't want no smoke for RNS. We support you, Kwame. We support you.
We don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke.
I was about to say, this is a podcast that is going to support Kwame Brown to the fullest.
God.
Let's get to this top 5 draft, man. Top five. So DJ has the first pick, Jamel has the second, Rick has the third. I have the last. This week's draft, top 5 sports venues. So this is sports venues all around the world. It doesn't have to be the US, just the best sport venues, arenas, fields, etc. in sports around the world. So DJ, you got the first pick. If you're ready, you're on the clock.
Sorry, bro. MSG.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get there.
We knew that.
No need to apologize.
No one's surprised.
No one's surprised. We gotta apologize for that. It's all good. It's all good. Jamel, your pick.
Cowboy Stadium. No surprise there.
No.
You got that one.
Yeah.
If you go there, you'll understand.
So Jerry World, the new one?
Yeah.
The new Jerry World? Okay.
It's insane. I've been there twice, bro.
Rick, your pick.
I think I'm gonna go with Fenway Park.
Okay.
Nice pick.
Okay. Fenway. Green Monster, iconic. I'm gonna go. I got 2 picks. I'm gonna go Caesar's Palace first.
Ooh.
I mean, hey, it's Caesar's Palace, you know.
Oh, that's a good pick, man.
No.
Right. No. I know. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's Caesar's Palace, can't go wrong with that. And then I'm gonna go Wrigley Field.
Okay.
That's another great pick.
He going with iconic. I respect it.
Hey.
He won his number 1 spot bet.
I just want to vote. I'm just trying to get a vote this week. That's all.
Hey, no. Like Rick said, no sympathy votes, man. No sympathy vote.
Oh, no. I don't want the sympathy vote. Rick, your pick.
Let me take Lambeau.
Okay.
All right. Nice pick.
Mel, your pick.
Let me go with the Rose Bowl.
Nice pick. All right, so before I go, halftime, Lakers and Suns 53-47.
Okay.
Let me go with the Rucker.
Okay.
Park. Okay.
Let me go with the Rucker.
Okay.
Damn, I thought that was gonna be there a little bit longer.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and take Yankee Stadium.
That's a good one.
The old one?
OG Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, okay. I was like, which one? I was like, the new one. Apparently, you could have that one, but
it's
OG,
nice.
OG Yankee Stadium.
DJ New York as hell right now. You might as well
I
put
know,
some
right?
Timbs on.
I know,
Might as well
man.
put some Timbs on while you making
I'm
this.
I'm the one that spent more time in New York than anybody.
Yeah.
DJ dead ass right now.
know,
That's
for
son.
real.
Jamel,
Know what I
your pick.
mean? You said my pick?
Yeah, your pick, B.
All right. Know what I mean? Let me get my shit, son. Son.
Facts, yo.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Top cheese out here. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me go with the Wimbledon.
Ah,
I was hoping I'll be on my way back.
What you
Try
said,
and get my-
Wimbledon?
Yeah.
Wimbledon.
yeah.
All right, good. That's a good
Oh,
pick.
you said Wimbledon?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard wrong. I said wrong too.
The tennis, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's my pick.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, let me go with oh no, I ain't going New York. I'm going Showtime. The Forum.
Showtime.
The Forum,
Ooh,
okay.
the Forum. Okay.
The Forum. All right, well, I'm gonna go Staples then.
Hey.
Staples Center, and then I'm gonna go Augusta National.
Oh,
Course
I
for the
was gonna
Masters.
pick that. I didn't think anyone was gonna pick that one.
Got me.
I didn't think anybody was gonna get the Wimbledon.
I'm a little cultured.
That was on my list.
I'm cultured.
So Rick, your pick.
Yeah, just before it goes, because I think DJ's thinking the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and take Wembley Stadium.
Oh, that's
okay.
it. Okay.
That's what I
y'all.
thought.
Oh, that's what y'all
said
thought
first.
I took. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought you did too, but that's why I was like Wimbledon. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. I'll take Wimbledon.
Okay, yeah. Wembley
Yeah,
Stadium.
that's
That's a good one.
why. Okay,
That's a
I
good
was
one.
like,
Rick, when you said that, I was like, man, this motherfucker no.
Well, your pick.
Let me go with the Superdome.
Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one.
Shout out to my family out there. I got family out in,
It's a good pick.
Shout out Lil Wayne, No Ceilings for that Superdome bar he had.
Hey,
DJ, your pick. You got two.
shout out.
Oh man.
Excuse me.
All right. I don't want to pick this one. All right, let's go Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, you got that, bro.
Yeah, for
Okay.
real.
Yeehaw!
You got that, bro.
DJ, the only one there.
Nah, me and my man.
Who?
Leroy.
Nah, the racer, Bubba.
All right,
Oh,
like
okay,
I said,
okay.
DJ the only one there, and
Hey man, don't disrespect my man Bubba.
He's half. Half of him is there.
He's half. We can't take dudes nowhere. Let's get all right. I'm gonna lose this one. I'm gonna give him my thing. Let's go a horseshoe. I fucking hate Ohio State, but
Rose Bowl from you.
So many great picks out here.
You said there are, but I'm surprised you said that. And there's one open you could have used, DJ, but
I think I know what you're talking about.
But
Too late.
Jamel, your pick.
I'm just going with Pebble Beach.
That was one I was gonna pick. So thank you for picking it. Now I don't have to feel bad about picking what I'm gonna pick. Surprised the two Cali guys, ones with the most Cali ties here didn't pick it. I'm gonna go ahead with Venice Beach.
I thought about it, but then I forgot about it. So I'm glad you said that.
I wasn't thinking about Venice Beach at all. I'm gonna go the old Boston Garden.
That's a great pick.
So the one I was talking about, DJ, when you said you used the horseshoe, could have used the Coliseum, LA Coliseum.
I thought somebody said the Coliseum.
You said the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, that's why I was like, you said the word. Like,
I would have definitely said
that's
the
like
Coliseum,
you out of all
obviously.
people.
That's where the Trojans play. I thought somebody said the Coliseum. That's why I didn't say it.
Nah, I was just picking the Rose Bowl, but you could think that USC played there so much, you think like, okay, that's their stadium.
Yeah.
No,
that's okay.
So another one that we didn't use, Tiger Stadium, LSU.
Tiger Stadium. Michigan Stadium.
Michigan Stadium. Biased aside, Camden Yards. I'm an Orioles fan, but Camden Yards is a really
Yeah, that's a great one. Soldier Field. We say Soldier Field.
We didn't say the Seahawks. Their stadium.
No, I didn't.
That's a good one. Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York.
Oh, Melbourne for tennis.
Yeah.
What about
nobody said where the whatever. I'm sure the Kentucky Derby is at the same spot. That's
Daytona.
I was gonna say where Manchester United plays at.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a bunch of soccer ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure
they get rowdy, bro. They get rowdy.
Those ones crazy.
Oh, that big stadium in I forgot what it is in New Mexico, Mexico City.
There is one. I forget it. I saw it too.
I forgot the name of it, but where the Raiders play. Real nice stadium out there. Shout out to them.
No, facts.
Allegiant Stadium. Yeah.
Hey,
we could go on.
Raiders,
and on. There's a lot
Raiders
of them.
might have the venue that people want to go to. They got a club in their joint, so.
Oh, bro!
Look out for the Raiders.
I mean,
bro, Raiders.
I just saw that, Mel. They're putting the club in like one of the sections.
Everything is black,
man. Well, just to finish it off, we got Barclays Arena. I'm pretty sure they got 40-40 in that joint, the 40-40 club.
They need fans before anything because
the Nets.
The Nets, the same team that James Harden had to buy half the tickets because they didn't have enough fan that comes to the game for the playoffs. So I don't know if 40-40 is going to be there. It might be looking like 8-8 there, not no 40-40 because ain't no fans going to those games.
Hey, I was going to say the Jacksonville Jaguars, like they join you. They got like a
their stadium is official.
Yeah,
they got a pool and all that.
They got one of the best
stadiums.
They got a top 5 NFL stadium, but nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of.
If they had a top 5 team to match, they'd be good.
Right.
Hey, hit us with that garbage time, man.
There's a bunch of stadiums that we can go down.
Shout out your boy, man.
Hold on. Let me recap first. Bro, I'm not gonna forget. I'm not gonna forget that. If there's nothing, I'm gonna forget. So, DJ got Madison Square Garden, Rucker Park, Old Yankee Stadium, Indy 500, and the Horseshoe of Oklahoma State. Jamel got Jerry World, the Rose Bowl, the Wimbledon, Louisiana Superdome, and Pebble Beach. Rick got Fenway, Lambeau, the Western Forum, Wembley Stadium, Venice Beach. I got Caesar's Palace, Wrigley, Staples, Augusta, and the Old Boston Garden. So I think it's pretty even, I feel like. But garbage time. Shout out Jordan Clarkson for winning 6th Man of the Year. Shout out Julius Randle, most improved player. Probably gonna get a few votes on that MVP ballot as well. Shout out to a great year. I know you're gonna bring it tomorrow / technically tonight. So I don't even gotta say nothing else. You're gonna have a better game.
The Horseshoe is Ohio State, not Oklahoma State.
Did I say Oklahoma State? Sorry. Thanks for correcting me. The Buckeyes. Ohio State. Thanks for correcting me. I didn't even catch that. So Ohio State.
Yeah. Fuck up. But that's what Jalen Rose used to call them. Ohio State fuck eyes. He's sitting under 30 for 30. I'm not saying nothing new.
Oh, okay.
That's what Fat Five called him. I mean, I ain't saying nothing new.
Well, real quick, just to add to this garbage time, to add to our inside joke earlier of people being the feds, Shannon Sharp, he may have violated California's wiretapping law with that on-air call. So Fox Sports might be running into some legal issues right now. Old Uncle Sharp.
Yeah, buy him some
Uncle Shannon, Uncle Shay.
Uncle Shay.
I bet Fox playing with some knee pads too.
Oh my goodness.
All right, anyway. Here you go. All right, make sure y'all are following RNS Podcast on Twitter. RNS.podcast on Instagram. The Really Nothing Special podcast. Well, you don't got to keep adding it on. The Really Nothing Special podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, man. Appreciate all the votes. Continue to vote. Continue to hit us up with any ideas y'all got. Appreciate the love. See y'all next episode, man.
Peace.
Yeah.
Aaron and I are the reason. I mean, DJ and I are the reason
Yeah,
why we can't have nice things.
At all.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah. Don't put me in that.
Oh shit.